sad one, right? That if you're managing social media for a brand, you're in-house or as an agency, the rule of the day is expect the unexpected. No matter how much you think you're watching your brand and you're being really careful about what you're getting involved in, all sorts of crazy stuff can happen way beyond your control. This picture started to circulate over the last month or so on Facebook. It is sadly of a dogfight in Mongolia. And have a little look at the sponsorship along the side. Now, do you really think Heineken is sponsoring fights in Mongolia? Some people did. And obviously Heineken was really good. The very day that this came out, in fact, within hours of it starting to circulate, Heineken was on top of it and issued this statement and also had some follow-up stuff on their blog. And they started to have conversations with more than 1,000 people. Lessons from these sorts of things. You can't control where your brand may show up, you can't control what's going to go on, but do control your social media. Be on top of it, watching for your keywords, watching for mentions of your name, and jump on it immediately. Heineken did the right thing there. Talk like a person, not a corporation. Tell people that, in plain English, that you're not doing the sort of thing that you think is appalling, and Heineken did well with that too. The third bit is the follow-up. And now maybe this is just because Heineken hasn't got to the bottom of it yet, but they've actually gone a bit quiet. They haven't got back to us and said, we've tracked down when this is, and we put the authorities on it. Maybe that's a really hard thing to do in Mongolia. But I think this is what we expect of brands if they find themselves getting caught up in a situation like this, that we want them to sort of take responsibility for figuring out, finding out what's wrong and making things right for us. And I don't know how much power Heineken has in doing that, but they need to try and continue to tell us what they're thinking, what they're trying to do, showing that they actually care about this, sort of stopping this sort of thing. So a bit of a sad story there, but also lessons for us all to learn by. All right, gratitude as marketing. One of the most important things we can do in social media is say thank you to people. Thanks for a retweet, thanks for a follow, thanks for a like. It's amazing how many brands don't ever do this little step. Or even us as individuals, we kind of like, after a while you get used to people liking you and retweeting you. Gratitude never hurts, it's good manners. Saying thank you to people helps deepen that little bond. And to be honest, if they've gone as far as clicking the like button, why shouldn't you say thank you? It seems simple enough. But most brands have, as yet, been a bit weak on that front. We spend so much time trying to get people to like us. But then how do we follow up to that? A little interesting bit over the last week or so, Kraft Macaroni and Cheese was thinking the same thing. They said, we want to give back. We want to do something special for people who like us. So they asked for some likes. They got more than 4,600. And, over here for this, they came up with a very interesting way to thank everybody.
It was Tuesday night, Brian D was at home. He was on Facebook, browsing alone, hungry for a change when he stumbled upon our page. He clicked like on a post, it was so very kind. All of you have a very similar mind. Now we want to thank you from here upon this stage. Kraft macaroni and cheese, so very pleased that you like us on Facebook. If you book us at Kraft, then we might book you back, cause you liked us on Facebook. Now that you like us, now that you like us, you get secret magical powers. Dad, look, I just turned that rabbit into a bowl of mac and cheese. Thank you, Ken R. Thank you, Robin Miss. Thank you, Rita W. You're the absolute best. Thanks as well to Michelle D. Best Marie and Y. Becky and Becky West are sleeping in a dream. NDCA,
Now this goes on for some time. Thanking 4,600 people is not something that I recommend you do all at once. It's probably even easier to thank people as you go along. But I think what we like here about this, or what makes them likable in this, is that they've actually done something fun, that they have given back a little bit, and that they've gone to the effort of actually trying to include more than 4,600 names. And I honestly, I can't help but want to believe that those are actually all the real names that they put in there, that they just didn't end up typing in thousands and thousands of names randomly. And at the end, if you listen all the way through, they start actually listing how many Jennifers there were and how many Catherines there were and things. So I think they really were using the numbers. And the fact they produced the whole video and everything within about a week of getting all the likes, I think this is a really important sort of idea to hold in our heads, is that gratitude, just saying thank you, can be a really effective way to create that sort of social currency that creates that warm fuzzy buzz that gets people continuing to share. Every company now is a media company. Just because you make macaroni and cheese doesn't mean that you don't have to go out and make some cool content. We all have to think more creatively about how we give back to our fans. And with that, I've got a bunch of people here I would very much like to thank today. I would like to thank our panelists, Ali, Janice, Connie. Big round of applause for them. Thank you so much for your help today. Big round of applause for Anne and Chris Ryan. Big round of applause for this morning. Big round of applause for Matthew for live streaming. Thank you so much. And a round of applause for Pure. Thank you, Pure. We love being here. Thanks for having us again. And again, a big round of applause for all of you who make HKSocial possible. Thank you all very much for coming. Appreciate it very much. I just want to mention as well to everybody, get you thinking about it, Social Media Week, which I know we all just had back in February, and we're all big parts of that. Thank you for that. This year, we are moving from our usual February slot into the alternate September slot. Social Media Week happens twice a year. London is also moving with us into that slot. The reason we're doing so is that the next Social Media Week in February lands on Chinese New Year, which wouldn't be very good, because all of us would be traveling somewhere very cool. Read Connie's blog to find out where. And so, September, just to get you to start thinking a bit about that, we will have more dates and stuff for you in the coming months. And that's it for me. Thank you so much. I'm Jay Oatway. Oh, wait, Kay, one more.
Congratulations to Jay on the publication of his book.
Oh, yes.
What's it called? Where can we find it?
Hang on. Let me show you what it looks like. By popular request. Here it is. You all know more about this. I will have copies next month at HKSocial. We can talk about it a lot more. Then, mastering story, community, and influence. Lots of the great stuff that we usually talk about here in this book in one easy to digest form. It's out on Amazon Kindle right now if you want to get the digital version of it, or you can order it from Amazon.co.uk. But I warn you, after you get all the shipping and stuff, it'll be cheaper to buy it from me next month. But I get royalties either way, so carry on. Shop away. And again, just a big round of applause. Thank you all very much for coming. Thank you.